Okay. From the start. So what's this again? So this is my usability test checklist. We've got 6 different tests. First of all, the single producer to single consumer message test, and that's also combining playback. So, yep, we'll just do that. We'll create a single topic of type integer. We create one partition for that topic. We create a producer with type integer. Now we add 2 different producers. We produce 2 different events. Don't worry about not valid command. That's just a bug in the CLI. Yep, so now we create a consumer group and a consumer. And now if we try the consumer event, we get the message ID of 1, which is payload of 3, which is correct when we look at the file. Same if we do consumer event again, we'll get test I2, which is as follows. Now we can test the playback function, which should play back both of these messages at once, considering I start from the offset of 0. So yep, we get message IDs 1 and 2, payloads 3 and 2, which matches. Our second test is the test to multiple producers storing one message in a topic with only one partition. So let's create a topic in this partition, 3 different manual producers. Yep, and we'll produce an event for all 3 producers into that one partition. Now if we show the topic using show topic, we'll see that we have 3 different messages of type integer, all assigned to partition 1. Main problem is it's just it's not owned by anybody, which obviously would be -1. Yep, so that's that test. Now we do multiple consumers consuming from a topic with each being able to retrieve one message. So we have 3 partitions and 3 consumers, and also 3 producers, so it's just multiple producers and multiple consumers. We produce 3 different events, 1 for each partition, 1, 2, and 3. Consumer group 1, 1 range. Create 3 different consumers for that group. Yep, and now if we try to consume the event, event 1 gets message ID 1, which is correct. 2 gets message ID 2, and 3 gets its own message ID 3, which is correct if we look at test I is 1, 2, and 3. Yep. So now we have our next test, which is testing rebalancing. So first of all, round robin rebalancing. Create 5 different partitions with only 3 different consumers. And then we'll create 3 more producers just to... Yep, so now we produce 5 different events, which isn't really necessary to show rebalancing, but might as well. Yep. So now we create a round robin the consumer group, 3 different consumers, and if we show topic 1, we'll see each one gets handed 1 at a time. So 1 gets 1, 2 gets 2, 3 gets 3, and then we loop over again, so 4 gets 1 and 5 gets 2, so that's round robin rebalancing. So now we'll test range for balancing, which unlike round robin rebalancing, consumer 1 should get 1 and 2, consumer 2 should get 3 and 4, and consumer 3 should just get partition 5. So yep, let's produce 5 different events. Again, do not worry about the not valid command, it's just a tiny bug in the CLI system. Yep, we'll create consumer group with type range. We create 3 different consumers. Now if we show topic 1, we see topic consumer 1 gets 1 and 2, consumer 3, partitions 3 and 4 is owned by 2, and partition 5 is owned by 3. Yep, so now we go to our final test, which is a parallel single consumer consuming from a parallel single producer. Keep for your own reference, this is all run multi-threadedly. So the order which you'll see is indeterminate. So we see that we get success for all 3 of the messages. And if we try to consume, we get orders 3, we get order 3, 2, and 1, which is completely different from the order we placed in, 1, 2, and 3. So that shows that the multi-threaded parallel produce and consume all works.